welcome back to my channel, and happy National Do Something Nice Day. Oh yes, today is the official holiday, the national holiday of Do Something Nice. And I think that's fantastic because you know what? We all need a morale booster these days, especially now through the hard times we're having with COVID and so many different difficulties. It is just welcoming, and it would make everyone feel good if everybody would just do one nice thing for the day, wouldn't it? That would be awesome. And thank you, Allie, over at Cinderella Does Disney. She has put together this wonderful, it's not a box exchange, it's just a simple moment that we want to recognize that today is Do Something Nice Day. Encourage you to go out and do something nice, and let's make the whole world smile today, okay? So listen, guys, what I'd like to share with you today is just 10 simple acts of kindness, things that are nice that you can do, some that doesn't cost you a dime, some that might cost you very little, and share those with you. And then I want to share a couple of little situations that I've experienced in receiving kindness my way. So let's get started, okay? So the first thing I want to bring to your attention, like I said, I'm going to share 10 ways that y'all, it's very simple. Very little small gestures that can make someone feel so important and so acknowledged and put a smile on their face. And that's what you want to do on this day. It's just to help someone else feel special and nice. So let's get started with the first one. And these are just my personal suggestions, things that I've thought of. I did look online at a few things, and I like, there's a ton of suggestions online, and feel free to go filter those and see some ideas of your own. But these are the things that I think of that I've done personally, some things I've done personally, and then also you know, just some things I've thought of that, you know, would really be nice. And so here we go. The first one is simple. It doesn't cost you a dime, and it costs you very little time. And this would be message a friend or a loved one. So when you do it either by text message or by messenger, you know, it's just a simple hello, how are you doing today? I'm thinking about you today, and hope you have a wonderful day. And you don't have to go into detail and say that it's National Do Something Nice Day. Just do it at, you know, as a nice gesture, and that wouldn't cost you a dime. And it's very simple, very quick, and I promise you the receiving person is going to love it and feel so special, and it will definitely put a smile on their face. So I think that's a great one to start with. You may find yourself wanting to do multiple, you know, 2 or 3 of these throughout the day. For me personally, I've got some things in mind I'd like to do, but you know what? There's always something that will come up in your day that is going to present the opportunity for you to do something you normally wouldn't do and go out of your way a little bit for a nice gesture. So anyway, I've got some things already planned in my mind, and I plan for this day to be really special. Number 2, hold the door for someone. You know what? That doesn't cost you a dime. No matter where you go. Guys, listen, whether it's at home, whether you're at church, whether you're at play, whether you're at work, it really doesn't matter. Out running errands, you're going to come into a situation where you're going to be walking through a door, someone else is going to be walking through a door, and you know what? It is a nice gesture to hold the door for someone. Anyone would be a great idea to do that for. I mean, you can, you know, your manager coming through the door at work, you can hold the door, you both walking in at the same time. A coworker, going into the grocery store, a stranger, just step back and let them go in first. You know, whether it's an automatic door or not, you're showing the gesture of kindness, and here, let me let you go first, and with a smile on your face, and I promise you they will appreciate that, and it'll be a smile on their face as well. So that is number 2. So number 3, give someone a cup of coffee. Hey, listen, I'm a huge coffee drinker, and so are the majority of my coworkers. And so, and where I work, we have a Starbucks in the building. So that makes it even easier, y'all. And listen, that's very inexpensive. You know, at the most you'll pay $5 or something, right? So I would hope a little less than that. But anyway, you know, if you don't know what somebody drinks, you know what? You can get gift cards from Starbucks and just hand it off to them and say, I want to buy you a cup of coffee today. And if you know what they drink, oh my gosh, that would be so special. You walk up and you have a cup of coffee in their hand, and you know what? It's probably going to be at the right time when they need it the most. So a cup of coffee for someone who is a coffee lover would be a fantastic, nice gesture to do on Do Something Nice Day. So that's number 3. Number 4, send a shut-in a card. You know, that would be a wonderful idea. We all know someone for various reasons that can't get out, whether they're handicapped, whether they're ill, whether it's just an elderly person who just can't get out. It could be someone who doesn't have a car and doesn't get out very often. Someone could be going through a bad period in their life and battling depression and various things. There's tons of reasons out there that someone would really appreciate a card that just lifts their spirits, whether it's you know, a funny card, a kind card, something with a positive note in it. I think that would be a fantastic Do Something Nice Day, is to mail someone a card in the mail, and they have something to hold in their hand and read and know it's from you, and it will definitely make an impact on that person. So I think that's a great idea. Number 5, pick up a grocery item for someone in need. Now that could be to your discretion. You know, it could be one small little thing you want to stop by and pick up, or it could be a whole bag of groceries. It's according to what you feel comfortable doing. I know one thing, my husband loves popcorn, and so you know what, that would be a great gesture for me to go by the grocery store and pick him up a box of his favorite popcorn, especially when there's going to be a game on TV or something that he's wanting to watch, and he can settle in with a bag of popcorn. That would make somebody's day. You can do something that simple, or you can, you know, supply a greater need if that's, you know, present and you feel like they need it. So picking up a special grocery item for someone would help tremendously. Okay, number 6. Volunteer at a local shelter or soup kitchen. We all have these in our community, and they are always needing volunteers to assist with things there at the shelter or the soup kitchen, or you could donate your funds or special items you want to take by, but do something to volunteer at one of your local shelters. Of course, the first thing that comes to my mind are, you know, adult, human, when I say adult, it could be for children too, but more on the human side. The living human side. But then also remember, there are our pet shelters also, and that would be a wonderful gesture as well. So donating some of your time, it won't cost you a thing, and it will definitely help your community. Okay, so number 7, pay it forward in a fast food line. Now, how many of you guys have experienced that? I know I have, and that is such a overwhelming experience, right? You're ready to pay and somebody tells you, oh, the person in front of you took care of that, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, who is it? I would love to thank them, but you can't, they're gone. And so listen, that is so simple to do, and pretty inexpensive to do, and I think that will make the person behind you even happier. And I know I've experienced that, and I've been so blessed and felt so blessed to receive it, and then I have paid it forward as well. I think paying it forward at a fast food line is a fantastic way to do something nice on National Do Something Nice Day. Okay, so the next one, number 8. thank a coworker or boss for a job well done. Listen, guys, it doesn't cost you a dime. Really doesn't take any of your time. But you know what? Go out of your way to point out to someone, whether it's a family member, whether it's a child that you need to show a little attention to or praise for cleaning his room or her room a little better than normal. Or it could be your boss, or it could be your coworker that is really struggling. And you know what? Sometimes if you just say you're doing such a great job, you know what? That motivates someone better than being negative. So tell someone what a great job they're doing on today. Okay, number 9. Tell a friend or family member you're glad they are a part of your life. How much do we neglect that, guys? I mean, I know I don't tell my family members near enough how much I love them and how much I appreciate them being my family and being a part of my life. And, sometimes not everyone is comfortable showing emotion and showing attention, and they feel awkward and they're just not used to it. I understand there's a lot of folks that grow up where you don't exchange those thoughts verbally, even though you show it in action, etc. I understand that, but always find a way to tell someone that you appreciate them and you're glad, whether it's a friend or whether it's a family member, that they're a part of your life, and you're excited about what the future brings with them being a part of your family and your friend groups. So I think everybody should do that. It's very simple, and it will definitely help someone feel special. Okay, so number 10. Help clean an area you don't normally do or you don't normally clean. That is a tough one, y'all. I'm telling you, whether this is at home, but y'all, I'm really not even thinking about home. I'm thinking about in your workplace, maybe in your church or community activity center, anywhere that you spend time and someone else normally does the dirty work, whether it's picking up items that have been left, whether it's cleaning the toilets, whether it's, whatever, cleaning the dishes in the sink. I know where I work, we have actual break area that has a sink and all that back there. And you know what? That would be a perfect thing for somebody to go out of their way and just tidy up around the sink, wash everything down, make sure everything's clean. Activity centers you can do by helping organize chairs, various things, empty the trash, do something that you normally don't do in the cleaning area. I think that would help somebody who normally does it tremendously, and it would be a huge, nice gesture for the day. So guys, those are my 10 recommendations, suggestions on what can I do for something, for someone, or what can I do on National Do Something Nice Day. So a couple of little situations I want to share with you that I have been on the receiving end for is, certainly I have received notes and cards from folks, and I appreciate that so much, being a YouTuber here on YouTube. And I have never experienced such kindness from a group of folks as I have in our Disney community, and it's been wonderful. I mean, I'm so overwhelmed, and you guys are just the best. I tell you, I love y'all to death, and I really cherish my involvement in the Disney community, and I love it. So but also when Trip had cancer, well, my oldest son Trip was diagnosed with cancer a couple years ago, and the outpouring of prayers and positive thoughts and comments, care packages, and just emails and text messages of encouragement, I was so overwhelmed and so blessed, and we received those. We felt the encouragement from everyone. And you know what? It was just simple gestures that made a huge difference and encouraged us so much. And we'll never forget that. And I appreciate everyone that sent prayers, sent cards, sent text messages, sent care packages Tripp's way, and I really do appreciate that. So that was a wonderful experience for us on that end, receiving those from the community. And then the last thing I'm going to share with you, and this is a biggie, y'all. I know this is not probably in somebody's realm. This would be a huge thing, but I have to share it because I want to share the receiving aspect of it. But when my youngest son Zachary was just a little fellow, he was still in like 5K, 4K, 5K, something like that. He was at a private preschool situation. And one of the teachers there was a lovely older lady. And you know what, I have learned she was a blessing. That's all it is. But just to quickly give you a recap of what she did, Zachary had mentioned one time about going to ride the Polar Express, and we have one up here in Tennessee area. And we had talked about that at home and just briefly, and we said, well, yeah, we need to plan that, and so I didn't realize it, but he obviously had been talking about that at the daycare tremendously. I had no idea. Well, this lady, and I won't share her name, but she was just such a sweet soul. She came up to me one night when I went to pick up Zachary, and she told me she wanted to pay for Zachary to go ride the Polar Express. And I was like, oh, no, you don't have to do that. She handed me a check, y'all, for $500. And I'm like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me right now? I mean, I had never experienced that before. And we didn't financially need her to do that. But you know what, I don't even think it was that. I think and I'll give you an illustration, she was the type of person, she paid for one of her co-workers, it was a young mom, single mom, to take her son to Disney World. And I know she did this because I helped her plan it. She gave me her credit card, and she had me book everything because she knew we went to Disney a lot. And so I did everything. I booked it all for her, but she paid for that co-worker to go to Disney World. And that was before she blessed us with this trip to the Polar Express. And I went, she handed me the check, and I didn't know what to do. I was out of my element. I really was. I didn't know how to react. My first initial response was I didn't want to receive it. I was like, no, this is too much. You cannot do this. And when I went and sat in my car, I just was thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? I cannot steal her blessing for this. She is wanting to do, excuse me, this wonderful gesture for my son, and it took me a lot of strength to accept it. So you know what, guys? Sometimes we have to accept a gift, whether we feel comfortable with it or not. I didn't want to steal her blessing, and I didn't want to hinder her from blessing someone else. If I said, no, I don't want to do this is too much, she may not be as willing to try to bless someone else in the future. So I received that blessing for my son. We had a wonderful trip, and I'll never, ever in my life forget what she did for my son. And, it was a wonderful experience, but I think she got more of a blessing out of that than we did. But I wanted to share that so that, sometimes if someone does something for you, you think it's too much or too out there or whatever, they're doing it out of the love of their heart. And open yourself up to receiving it, whether you're used to that or not, like I wasn't. And when somebody's wanting to do a really nice gesture. So sometimes we have to be willing to receive those blessings and those kind gestures as well. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you guys. So I hope that helps in some way. Okay, guys. get out there and do something nice today, whether it's buying a cup of coffee, sending a note, a text message, calling somebody up, thanking them for being a part of your life, whatever the situation, you may not use any of my suggestions. You may find ways yourself. Things just kind of present themselves throughout the day, and you can take advantage of that. So get out there and do something nice today. Again, I want to thank Allie over at Cinderella Loves Disney. This was a wonderful, wonderful suggestion to do for today to spread some encouragement in our community and throughout the world. And I hope everyone that watches this does something nice. And I will list everyone else below who's been involved in this. Make sure you go and click on their video and see what they have to suggest or offer or share with you today. So again, guys, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I'd love for you to. So head on over to Bales of Cotton, follow me there. And of course, if you're not part of my YouTube channel, I would love for you to be. So if you just hit the subscribe button, and then you can hit that notification bell, and you'll know when I have another video coming out. So guys, until I see you again, I hope you have an awesome, awesome day.